right, hi everybody. Thank you, Des. Hi, as said, my code here, account manager at Fieldcode, and we're going to go over the release from last Thursday, 27th of February. So jumping right in here, this first one, forms audit. What does this mean? This means now, whenever changes are made to a ticket based off any form use, canceling ticket, cancel appointment, edit form, we now track it under this new filter, forms audit. So any changes to the ticket from any form will update the history log. So let's test this out. So simply just change something here real quick. Yeah. Let me just use a different form. Sorry about that. That one has all too much mandatory fields. Let's go to a simpler one here. All right, so I'm just going to change something real quick. Let's change two things. Yeah, so we see what happens when two things are changed. And now it says here, you can filter it out here. And you see multiple fields change. If there's just one field change, it's going to name that field that was changed. We'll test it out in a second. And it shows you what it was and what the new value is. So this goes for everything here. You'll see also cancel appointment provides the reason. This is very convenient for all our dispatchers and for history tracking, who made the changes, who's to blame for something, or who's to, who made the change there. Pretty self-explanatory. Tracking audit changes to forms. Partner icon. Before, we always had this partner icon here. You could simply select the partner you wanted here. Select your partner, save. We color this icon. We have this information here. That was nice to have, but in Ticket Pool, we only had the partner name column. Now you see we have this new icon also showing here under the info alert and part column. So anytime there's a ticket assigned to a partner, we now include the icon here in the ticket pool, as well as the partner type and the partner name, making it just more convenient for you and your dispatchers. All right, next, another one, parts. So let's take this ticket. Before, you have part storage time. You can either have it set to the project, a specific part storage time, or when you're creating a part, you can add part storage time here as well. So before, when we created a part, we displayed the part storage time, but we displayed it in days, which is nice, but it caused our dispatchers to have to do math in their head, going to date and then going 10 days, 7 days, whatever the amount of days was. That's nice and all, but now we want to have make it easier for our dispatchers. So simply put, we now display the end of the storage time inputted. So let's take it from tomorrow. We'll add in 3 days of storage time, save it. And now instead of displaying the number of storage days, we now display the end of the storage time. So now, as you see, we have the 5th, we added 3 days, so the end of the storage time. So this part's going to be in storage until the end of this day. Now, until the 8th of March. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. We now display the end of the storage time and no longer the total amount of days it will be in storage. All right, let's make our way to the admin panel. Okay, I know you guys don't see my screen, but this thing is in the way. I can't see my tabs. All right, so we have now bulky try. I need to go somewhere else here though. So now you see here, when you're interface monitoring, you have a bunch of different queues and you have stuff blocked and warning. Before, you could only do individual single retries and single acknowledge. We now offer the bulk option here. So simply switch over to see only the blocked and warning queues. This only is going to work for blocked queues here. So if you want to do bulk action, simply select this. It automatically selects all the blocked queues, ignores warning ones. And then you can do bulk actions. You can bulk retry all of them or bulk acknowledge all of them, making it much easier and faster to retry or acknowledge any kind of process within your interface connections here, making it much faster and easier for your admin personnel. All right, staying in admin panel, we have a new page. You can see it here, workflow scripts. If you don't see it here and you think you should, don't forget to update your permissions because this will only work for custom roles. So make sure you go into your custom role and make sure you select your the workflow scripts here. Now, what is workflow scripts? Workflow scripts is a way for your developer people who are helping with your workflows to be able to add small little scripts that can be used within custom workflows. So you can create them here. It's little snippets of script, whatever you need. You can name it, you can add a description, you can validate it here, and then you'll be able to use them within your custom workflows with the help of Fieldcode support for now. So what does that mean? This is just a test one I have here. You can validate it here by pressing this button here or here. If there is a mistake, you'll see you validate it. It's going to tell you what's wrong. Okay, it's reference errors, initial 21.2 is not right. Go back, rerun the validation. Validation is successful. It's that simple. Just changing that just to show saving it. Yeah, closing. And this can then be used. I don't have an example here because I don't have an active custom workflow, but I can show you an image of when it is in use. And you're going to the workflow script page. You can see here that we have a new tab up top. When it is in use and you're in the workflow script page, you'll see it here. And you'll be able to see in which paths and in which workflows they are part of. They'll be part of custom workflows as an action. Yeah, so if it is in use, you'll see it here and which path it is. All right. Automated actions. So as you know, we've had automated actions for a while now. And now you'll notice that we have a new entry here. Create ticket automated action is the one that you know and love, everyone's used to. You can simply create your ticket automated action as before. But we now have a new version for workflow-based automated actions. So clicking on this is going to introduce the new and familiar trisectional layout here, where you have your different areas you can stretch around. This works very similar to the old one, except if you notice, there's no way to set a monitoring field because these are workflow-based. So you can create them here, but you're going to have them input into your custom workflows at your different steps. So you can simply create them. You have the same options as in the old way. So you can set a thing here and create your automated action. All right, what's cool is with this new one, we also have this preview action here. So now you can hit preview action, click on it. I mean, this is pretty basic here. So let's add a variable. I don't know what's going to be there. Let's see if they have affected companies. There you go. So now you can see the variable in use. That one, in that case, we don't, where was it? In that case, we don't have a company there. So it's clear, but you can go through and check out your different examples here for all your previews. It also applies to emails, SMS. You can also preview them. What's also really cool is we now have a new system here. I'm sorry. New system. As you used to before, you have your aliases here. We can create different aliases, but we now have for this new automated action, and it only works in this new automated action section, this hashtag. Hashtag is going to bring up a list, customer portal link, customer portal. We also have the aliases for those, but we also have hashtags for this new one. But we also now have the new partner portal link. Just before it had to be hard-coded in it. Now we have just a hashtag action to provide a partner portal link here, which then you can see here, and it'll provide it to the partner portal. Yeah, so you can click on it. It actually works, and you can see your example right there from the preview, which is great. Yeah, so this is the new automated action section for workflow-based automated actions. All right, just some small improvements here. So in the form section now, similar to what I just showed you with the automated actions, we now introduced also the stretching the different sections out. So now you'll be able to adjust the sections as you want. So that's nice to have. Also for forms and for dispatch groups filtering, we now include a new operator, which is not contains. So this is new. So it's the opposite of contains. Contains a word or does not contain a word. You can use it like that. All right, another one, customer portal. We always had a default logo before. When you had a customer portal and you didn't set your own custom logo, we had a default Fieldcode logo with a link to the Fieldcode. I think a link to the workplace, I think. That's no longer the case. So we don't provide a logo. We don't provide a link for customer portal out of the box. If you want a logo, you're going to have to add your own logo. If you want a link, you have to add your own link. So out the box, it now looks like this. No Fieldcode branding up here in the corner. No more logo, no more link. As said before, if you want the logo, you want the link, you just add it in your customer portal profile. This one, I like this one. This is a good one. Before, date fields and drop-down fields were not allowed to be null. This is no longer the case. So for this one, I have set up just some custom fields. This also works for our fields as well. You can now switch off the mandatory switch, so date fields can be empty. So let's see that in action here. So I just have some custom fields here I just made for myself. So you see, when it's allowed to be empty, it's going to be empty. It's not forcing you to put in a date. You can add a date. And now we include this little X button to delete the date out. And so you don't need to have, you don't need it, you don't want it, you can just delete it and leave it empty. Yeah, so this one will be empty, this will be full. Same goes for drop downs. If you don't want drop down, just delete it out. You don't need it. So we'll save it. You'll see here. You'll see here, so my date field is filled and it's filled. And my list is not is filled too. If I make another change, it'll change it. But you can have empty, or rather not empty, but null date fields and date and time fields and drop downs. One more thing for the FMA, it's not really show off, but the FMA did have some improvements to the FedEx barcode scanning is now more reliable. So when you're scanning the FedEx barcodes, it captures them better to provide more accurate, more reliable code grabbing when you're scanning FedEx codes. All right, that's all I have.